Welcome to my English learning channel. Learning English can sometimes feel like standing at the bottom of a tall mountain. You look up and it seems so high, so far, and maybe even impossible to climb. But there are certain techniques that can make the climb easier, faster, and even enjoyable. One of those techniques is called shadowing. In this lesson, we will explore what shadowing is, how it works, why it's effective, and how you can use it in your own English learning journey. By the end of this session, you will understand how this single method can transform your pronunciation, listening, and speaking skills, even if you study alone. Let's begin. What is shadowing? Shadowing is a language learning technique that involves listening to a native speaker and speaking along with them at the same time. Imagine watching a short video or listening to an audio clip in English, and instead of just repeating after the speaker, you speak together with them, almost like their shadow. That's why it's called shadowing. You don't wait until they finish a sentence. You try to imitate their sounds, rhythm, and intonation while they're still talking. At first, this feels challenging. Your mouth, your ears, and your brain are all trying to work at the same time. But after some practice, your fluency begins to grow naturally. Shadowing was first developed and popularized by Professor Alexander Argels, a polyglot who speaks more than a dozen languages. He found that shadowing not only improved pronunciation but also boosted memory and listening comprehension. Over time, many language learners, including English learners, have adopted this technique with great success. Why shadowing works so well? There are many reasons why shadowing is so powerful. First, it trains your ears and your mouth at the same time. When you learn from a book, you focus mostly on reading and writing. But shadowing makes your listening and speaking skills work together, just like in real communication. Second, shadowing improves pronunciation and intonation. When you speak along with a native speaker, you automatically start copying the rhythm, stress, and melody of their voice. English is a musical language. It has ups and downs, strong and weak beats. By shadowing, you don't just learn the meaning of words, you also learn how English sounds. Third, shadowing builds fluency. Many learners struggle to speak smoothly, even when they know the grammar and vocabulary. That happens because their mouth and brain are not yet connected in real time. Shadowing forces you to keep up with the speaker, helping you to think and speak faster without overanalyzing. And fourth, shadowing increases your confidence. The more you do it, the more natural your speech becomes. Eventually, you start to feel like English flows out of you, instead of being something you have to translate from your native language. How to start shadowing? Now, let's talk about how to actually do it. The beauty of shadowing is that you don't need a teacher, a classroom, or expensive materials. All you need is an audio source, like a YouTube video, a podcast, or even a movie, and some earphones. Here's a step-by-step guide. Step 1. Choose the right material. Start with something short and clear. It could be a short speech, a motivational talk, or a podcast episode. Make sure the speaker speaks clearly and naturally, not too fast, not too slow. Beginners might start with 1 minute of audio, while intermediate learners can handle 3 to 5 minutes. Step 2. Listen first. Before you start shadowing, listen to the audio once or twice. Try to understand the main idea and notice how the speaker pronounces words. Focus on their rhythm and pauses. You don't need to understand every single word, just get the overall meaning. Step 3. Shadow in real time. Now play the audio again and this time, speak along with the speaker. Try to match their pronunciation, tone, and speed. Don't worry if you can't follow every word. The goal is not perfection, it's connection. You're training your mouth and brain to move together. Step 4. Repeat. Repeat the same clip several times. With each repetition, you'll notice improvements. Your pronunciation becomes clearer, your timing more accurate, and your confidence stronger. You might even start memorizing certain expressions without trying. That's a good sign. Step 5. Record yourself. This step is powerful. Record yourself shadowing the audio, then compare your version with the original. Notice where your rhythm or pronunciation sounds different. It can feel strange to hear your own voice, but this feedback is extremely valuable for growth. Choosing the right content. Choosing what to shadow is just as important as how you do it. Beginners can use slow English podcasts such as ESL Pod or YouTube channels like BBC Learning English. These usually feature clear pronunciation and natural conversation speed. Intermediate learners can move to TED Talks, audiobooks, or news reports. These materials expose you to different accents, vocabulary, and speaking styles. Advanced learners might enjoy movies, TV shows, or interviews. Shadowing real-life dialogues helps you understand how native speakers speak in casual situations, including slang, connected speech, and humor. Always choose topics that interest you. If you like travel, use travel videos. If you like motivation, use motivational speeches. When you care about the topic, your brain stays engaged and your memory improves. The stages of shadowing. Many learners give up on shadowing because they try to do too much too soon. But like any skill, it has stages. Let's look at the 3 main stages. Stage 1. Slow shadowing. At the beginning, you can slow down the audio speed to around 0.75 or 0.8. This helps you catch more words and understand the rhythm. It's not about speed yet, it's about accuracy and familiarity. Stage 2. Natural speed. Once you feel comfortable, move to the original speed. This is where real progress happens. You might still miss some words, but you'll start adjusting your mouth and breathing naturally. Stage 3. Fast shadowing. For advanced learners, try shadowing faster than normal speed, maybe 1.1 or 1.25 times. This trains your reaction and flexibility, helping you speak quickly and smoothly in real conversations. By moving through these stages, you'll build a strong foundation of pronunciation, rhythm, and confidence. Common mistakes in shadowing. Shadowing can be very effective, but only if you do it correctly. Let's look at some common mistakes. Mistake 1. Trying to understand every word. You don't have to. Shadowing is about sound and rhythm first, not meaning. The meaning will come naturally later. Mistake 2. Speaking too softly. Some learners whisper or mumble when shadowing, but that doesn't train your mouth muscles properly. You should speak out loud, not shouting, but with energy. Mistake 3. Using long, complex audio. Beginners often choose full speeches or movies. That's too much. Start small, 1 or 2 minutes is enough. Quality beats quantity. Mistake 4. Being impatient. Shadowing is like exercising your voice. You won't see results after one session, but after a few weeks, your fluency will surprise you. Shadowing versus repetition. Many learners confuse shadowing with repetition. Both involve listening and speaking, but they're different. Repetition means listening first, then repeating after the speaker. It's like echoing. This helps with pronunciation, but it doesn't train your reaction time. Shadowing means speaking with the speaker in real time. It's harder, but also more powerful. It forces your brain to react instantly, just like in a real conversation. In other words, repetition is for practice. Shadowing is for performance. If you want to sound natural, you need both, but shadowing gives you that real-world speed. The benefits of shadowing. Let's explore the deeper benefits of shadowing in your English learning journey. 1. Improved listening skills. By shadowing daily, you start recognizing English sounds more accurately. You notice how words connect, how native speakers reduce sounds, and how intonation changes meaning.
2.
Better pronunciation. Shadowing trains your tongue, lips, and jaw to move the way native speakers do. Over time, your accent becomes softer and your speech more natural.
3.
Stronger memory. When you shadow, you combine listening, speaking, and sometimes reading. This multisensory process helps your brain remember phrases faster.
4.
Faster thinking. Since shadowing happens in real time, your brain learns to think in English. You stop translating from your native language and start responding directly.
5.
Greater confidence. The more you practice, the more natural it feels to speak English aloud. You'll find yourself less afraid to speak, even in front of others. How often should you practice shadowing? Consistency is the key. You don't need to shadow for hours every day. Even 10 to 15 minutes daily can make a huge difference. The secret is regularity, not duration.
Try this plan.
From Monday to Friday, spend 15 minutes shadowing a short clip. On Saturday, review what you've practiced by recording yourself and comparing it to the original. On Sunday, rest, or just listen casually to English content. After a few weeks, you'll notice that your mouth moves more freely and your ears catch more details. Combining shadowing with other skills. Shadowing works best when combined with other learning methods. For example, you can combine it with reading. Read the transcript of the audio while shadowing to connect sounds with words. Or combine it with writing. After shadowing a video, try to summarize what you heard in your own words. This helps you express ideas naturally. You can even combine it with vocabulary learning. When you encounter new words in the audio, write them down and create your own sentences using those words. Shadowing doesn't replace other skills. It strengthens them all. The emotional side of shadowing. Learning English is not just about technique. It's also about emotion. Shadowing can feel awkward at first. You might make mistakes, lose breath, or feel frustrated. That's normal. Even native speakers don't sound perfect all the time. What matters is your consistency and willingness to sound imperfect. Remember, every time you shadow, you are training your speaking muscles, just like a singer practices scales or an athlete trains their body. Celebrate your small improvements. Maybe you followed an entire sentence without pausing. Maybe your pronunciation of a difficult word improved. Every tiny win is progress. Real-life success stories. Many English learners around the world have used shadowing to become fluent speakers. For example, Japanese and Korean students have made shadowing a core part of their English curriculum because it improves listening speed and accent accuracy. Some self-taught learners say that shadowing with movie dialogues helped them sound more natural in job interviews or presentations. Others say it helped them overcome shyness and speak more confidently with foreigners. What all of them share is not talent, but discipline. They practiced a little every day, and that made the difference. Shadowing with movies. Shadowing with movies is fun and effective. Choose a short clip from your favorite film, maybe 1 or 2 minutes long. Play the scene several times. First, watch with subtitles to understand the meaning. Then, remove the subtitles and start shadowing. Try to imitate the actor's tone, emotion, and rhythm. Notice how their voice changes with feelings, anger, surprise, or joy. You'll not only learn English, but also the art of expression. Over time, you'll start recognizing natural phrases like, come on, or I mean, which appear in daily conversations but rarely in textbooks. Shadowing with songs. Songs can also be used for shadowing, though the focus is slightly different. When you shadow a song, you follow the melody and lyrics, which trains your rhythm and pronunciation in a playful way. However, be careful. Songs often use poetic language and informal grammar. So, use songs for pronunciation and rhythm practice, not grammar study. But if you enjoy music, shadowing songs can make learning feel like fun, not work. The mindset you need. Shadowing requires patience. You might feel like you're failing in the beginning. That's okay. Everyone struggles at first. The key is to stay relaxed. Don't try to be perfect. Try to be consistent. Even if you shadow only 5 minutes a day, your progress will grow over time. Think of shadowing as a daily habit, like brushing your teeth. It keeps your English muscles active. The more you do it, the easier it becomes. Shadowing in public and private. Some people feel shy about speaking aloud, especially if they live in a place where few people speak English. That's understandable. You can start practicing in private, in your room, or while walking with earphones. But eventually try to do it in public spaces too, like while commuting or exercising. You don't have to speak loudly, just move your lips quietly. The point is to make English a natural part of your daily life. When you stop worrying about how you sound or what others think, your confidence grows faster. Reviewing your progress. After a few weeks of shadowing, you'll start noticing changes. You might catch words in movies that you used to miss. You might speak smoother during conversations. These are signs of real improvement. Keep a shadowing journal. Write down what materials you used, how long you practiced, and what new phrases you learned. Reviewing your progress helps you stay motivated and consistent. Final thoughts. Shadowing is one of the simplest yet most powerful methods to master English. It doesn't require a classroom, a teacher, or expensive courses. It only needs your voice, your ears, and your consistency. By shadowing regularly, you train your pronunciation, fluency, listening, and confidence, all at once. You start thinking in English instead of translating. You begin to sound more natural, more expressive, and more fluent. So, if you want to take your English to the next level, start today. Pick a short video, plug in your earphones, and become the speaker's shadow. Every word you echo brings you closer to fluency. Remember, learning English is not a race, it's a journey. And shadowing is the road that connects where you are now to the speaker you want to become.